This is a song that I love. It's called What She Sees. And the band is Bad Ashley, and they kick ass. It brings me back to that days when I was in the punk rock group with Sid Vicious. Merry Christmas, everybody. Episode number 6, I think, REDBAN. Yes, episode number 6 of Dead Air with Brian HOLTZMAN. We've had some missed opportunities. REDBAN's busy. I can't do this without him. He's the wire man. He knows positive. He knows negative. Can't do the show without him. He's busy. He's out of town. He's visiting relatives and nephews he can't get away from. He's back. I'm back. Merry Christmas to everybody. I brought a little Christmas tree that didn't cost $189 that's going to wind up on the curb 20 minutes after Christmas is over. And I've got some great guests today. They're both established. I've got, what was your name again?
Ary.
Ary. And so let me introduce first Darren Carter. State your name, occupation, and your credits, if you don't mind.
Hi, I'm Darren Carter, the party starter. I manage Johnny Sanchez now. and
I want to know why you were late again.
I wasn't. The show's at 1.
He got here at 12:58.
I did. I swear to God I did.
I looked right here. It was 12:58.
Fist bump.
Because I was going to go after him, too.
So Darren Carter's back. We had him back, and we had him back again.
Thank you.
State your name, occupation, credits. This is Johnny Sanchez. Go ahead, Johnny.
Yeah.
You're on Dead Air with Brian HOLTZMAN. Okay. Red Bear on the craft service engineer, podcaster extraordinaire. Shoot.
Yeah.
English, please, Johnny.
Okay, correct. That's an interesting title because there's been no Dead Air at all since you've started.
Well, I try to keep.
You don't
it
ever try to
along.
get a little. Yeah, you don't. Like
there'll be
air.
Dead Air. Don't worry. Just give it a chance. There'll be some Dead Air.
Have you thought about no Dead Air as the title?
I'm thinking about shutting your mic off right in the beginning. That's what I'm thinking about doing.
All right.
Go ahead. Tell us a little about yourself, Johnny.
Oh, really? Darren didn't say anything.
We don't want Darren is
he's been
white.
already.
There's nothing to say about Darren.
Okay.
He's a
I'm the host of the
white
Pocket
boy.
Party podcast.
Although I'm starting to think he might be managing Ary. He's like, sit up, back up, go forward, a little back again, and then do the other way.
Yeah, you know what? That's not my role. You know what?
You're on Mad TV. Tell us about your TV career.
Okay. Yeah.
If it's too difficult
Showtime,
to discuss yourself.
And I was on Mad TV the last 2 seasons when nobody was watching.
Right.
And stand up for a long time. I realized this coming over here. I saw you and Darren perform for the first time.
That's great. We'll get to that, Johnny. Thanks a lot for trying to hijack the podcast. I don't know what kind of podcast you're used to being on, but we don't have. We have a free flowing format here, and I'm sorry, I got some calls about being too loud in the mic.
Yeah, you got.
So if I get excited,
see, Darren should be telling you pull back.
I'm going to pull back. How does that sound? Hey, it's better right if I go back. Hey, get off my car! Get off my car! It's better if I pull back, right?
Yeah,
you can still hear me, right?
Yep, absolutely.
So if
It
I
does
get
seem to
excited,
work.
I'm going to pull back. And we have Ary. Beetlejuice is with us. I'm glad you won it. He came back. He was here for about 2 seconds before I threw him out of the room. He's back. I'm glad you wore the same shirt. And tell us about yourself. State your occupation, who you are, what you're doing. I know you're friends with my bald-headed friend over here, Darren Carter.
I didn't used to be bald.
Well, you're bald now. You and that Jeff Ross. Go ahead. Tell us who you are and what you're doing here. And,
My name
where
is
you work. And just,
Ary. I work at my dad's ice cream shop and also Comedy Magic Club.
Hey, what's the name of the ice cream shop?
Atlas Ice Cream.
What is it?
Atlas, like the
Atlas?
World. Atlas, yeah.
Oh, Atlas, you said.
I know.
Oh, okay, Atlas.
It's the
and you look Italian, but I think you're. Tell us what you are, really.
Iranian. My parents are from Iran.
Are you a mullah? Are you for the government in Iran, or are you against the government in Iran?
I guess they're not for it because they're here now. So
no, I don't give a hell about your parents. I'm talking to you, Ary.
Oh, I don't like it really. I guess.
What don't you like? It's all relative. Stay out of their business. That's another country.
Yeah.
Don't be a nosy buddy.
You're right.
So I'm going to start off like we always do at the beginning of the show is items of interest. This is a very popular segment. We start off. You guys can chime in.
My dad's, yeah.
Oh, right. Ice cream soda.
Oh, Daddy.
Ice cream
that was
soda.
cool.
And do
Nice.
you sell terrorist wires and stuff too?
Oh, look at that. Soda pop.
Can you get a fake?
I made that.
Can you get?
You
a,
made that? That's cool.
Can you get a fake passport over there too while you get your Rocky Road? You know your father's probably a sleeper cell. You know he's probably gonna blow up something any day now. You know you come here, you simulate into the society, and then you blow up something. Boom!
Simulate.
Boom!
Simulate to society.
I don't know how comfortable I know REDBAN's not comfortable. I know REDBAN's not because he's white as it can be. He's from the Midwest. He's not comfortable with this.
Das ist no gluten.
So, so let's start off with the items of interest. If we'll see how I'm reading today. If I fail to, John, you'll get a chance to speak, but we're going to try to limit to you. You know.
I get going once I start. I kind of keep going.
Yeah,
so.
we have to stop you from.
But you can cut me off anytime.
All right. Hollywood has a new wellness trend. It's called. I don't know how to say this word. PERINEUM. What is that? Premium.
Premium?
Premium.
I know what it is. Is it called perineum? Something about your
Perineum.
asshole?
Thank you.
And sunshining your butthole?
Perineum sunning.
Yeah.
It's
got
based on a theory that the delicate sin between the anus or the bunghole and genitals
Yeah.
more effectively converts sunlight into energy and vitamin D. Actress Eleanor Kerrigan advises fans to spread your legs
Shout out to
and
Eleanor.
get some sunshine while
Tanning the taint. That's the taint.
Misty Megan, a California-based influencer, says the feeling of sunlight upon the perineum is more energizing than slamming cups of coffee. So you're going to see a lot of these actresses just spreading their legs. How can you tell whether they're
Oh,
always,
there they are. They're the guys. Look at
they're
that.
always this
Darren,
this is why the rest of the country hates
Honest John.
California.
That was Darren, Ary, and Honest John.
How's your tan between your bunghole and your balls? Oh,
the
it's coming
taint.
along good.
It's not
Yeah.
the taint anymore. It's perineum now.
Perineum. Is it perineum?
It's the taint.
yeah,
it's
it's-
what
it's-
always
it's-
everybody calls
it's-
taint. The
yeah.
taint.
And
It's
that's-
between your San Francisco and your LA. It's your Fresno. You want to?
Wow! Let's get out of here with
All
that.
right. Yay. Thank
party
you. Shout
starter.
out. That's right.
Darren's been waiting for that
Now
one.
this might run on too long.
Dude, you
If this
kidding me?
gets
I
too
said it
long,
was
cut me
stories.
off.
No, I'm
I
just
think
kidding.
last time it was too long.
Physicians are saying it's not a good idea. They're saying it's bad for you.
Ooh.
You should just take vitamin D, which,
Yeah.
yeah.
Everything's bad.
And you
for
know what though?
yeah.
What about that phrase?
Go ahead.
That phrase. Remember, you gotta kiss me where the sun don't shine. That's like known for being there where the sun don't shine. You know, it's not.
Thank you for that, Darren.
Wait a minute. I always thought that was just the ass.
The Christmas parade in Troy, Tennessee has been canceled after the inclusion of a Love Everybody float. Float creator Jeff Scott, 47, said he was inspired by the Bible's exhortation, let us love one another. But since this float includes the LGBT rainbow, threats and complaints led to the town canceling the parade due to scheduling conflicts. The rest of the world is afraid of this LBGT. The rest of the country, they're just afraid of it. You know, they're just afraid of people doing what they want to do in the privacy of their home. It's unbelievable. They canceled the parade because they were going to let these. You know about this. You're a millennium. You know all about that. You probably got 2 penises and 3 assholes.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Ari, do your millennial buddies go out there and put the sunshine down there?
Oh, I don't know. I've never heard about perineum.
They don't even wipe their ass. They're too busy making bombs. You Iranian son of a bitch! Who booked the Iranian? That's what I want to know. It's a good week for astronauts. The news that both the Russian-made toilets on the International Space Station are now working again. ISS, International Space Station, Commander Adam Eget, had warned that the station residents were mere hours from having to wear space diapers. Well, you're going up in space, you're going to have to shit your pants. Oh, well, you should have stayed on the ground. What do you think about this?
You know,
Time is up.
Yeah.
Time is up. We don't have a lot of time for you should have contemplated.
I gotta be honest
your
with you.
answers.
I kind of drifted. I didn't really hear what you just got through saying.
It's okay.
I was thinking about something else. You caught me. I feel like I'm back in grammar school. Remember they'd say continue reading, and you're like, I'm not even on the same page.
Well, some of the listeners like to hear me read. I don't know. I'll stop it if it gets.
No, I something popped in my head, and I was thinking
Oh,
about.
there's the toilet thing. You stick that up your ass, and you put a.
Oh, because it's got to suck it. It's got to suck it out, right? Instead of.
Oh, that'd be weird.
That would
Hey,
actually
she's
feel
got
pretty
a.
good.
She's got a. Oh, is that an Italian? I thought it was a Mexican flag at first, but that's an
I
Italian.
got
flag.
bird shit on my right here.
Yeah, you got bird shit on your coat.
Parked under the tree.
I heard he walked that.
It looks like snow.
Don't you love animals? People love animals. Animals are a pain in the ass. You know when the best thing is animals is on TV.
Yep.
You don't smell them. They can't bite you. They can't shit on you. Animals are great on TV. In real life, animals can. It's Essential, which was selected by Dictionary.com as its 2019 Word of the Year. It speaks to the sense of grappling with our survival, both literally and figuratively, that define so much of the year's discourse. And cite said research editor Martin Bishop. It's been a heavy year for discourse, you know. Well, you just got to decide. You want to join the Nazi party or you don't. That's all there is to it. You want to be a Nazi? Run with it. Run with it. It's a bad week for apostrophe. Some asshole in England. I won't even say his name. Founder of the Apostrophe Protection Society in UK. This is a guy with a lot of time on his hands.
Did you say apostrophe?
Apostrophe.
What's that?
Declared defeat in his efforts to promote. It's a thing you put on words when you write sentences.
Oh, like the little
there?
What are you, retarded? What school did you go to? The school of idiots? You bald-headed idiot! Who booked this guy? Who booked these people today? This is a Christmas show, and I got idiots on this channel.
Well, no, I know what apostrophe is. Like
Johnny, your back is wet. Why is your back wet, Johnny? Do you have a dryer at home? Your T-shirt is very wet.
Did you know? For example, I know apostrophe. I thought there was like a different one, like a
No.
You know, like I thought
This
they
is an
hijacked that
idiot.
word. You know, like how certain.
Some idiot from the UK with bad teeth. Efforts to promote the correct use of apostrophes and reduce errors such as pizzas and peaches. And who cares? That's why I do all caps. I don't even get.
Who's the
involved.
best speller in the room? Anyone know how to spell hors d'oeuvres? There's an apostrophe in there.
Yeah, there's an apostrophe.
Yeah. Let's take time out to play that game. You want to play that game? We got an hour and a half, and you want to play that game? Tweeting alone. After a new book on Melania Trump, that piece of ass in the White House that everybody seems to want to have sex with, except President Trump, reported that President Trump and the First Lady not only have separate beds, but also separate bedrooms on separate floors in the White House. Sounds like a good marriage to me. You can bring all the hookers you want in. You don't have to worry about waking her up. Winter Wonderland. The news at the annual Christmas in Ice Sculpture Garden in the North Pole, Alaska, has been canceled for the first time ever due to the lack of ice. Lack of ice. You're going to die soon.
There goes the ice cream
You're not
business.
going to have any grandkids the way these chevrons and corporations are going. They want to. When I look up, I don't want you I don't want you to make eye contact with me.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Look away.
Yeah.
Look away. You remind me of that guy at the Home Depot trying to sell me that leaf blower.
Oh.
Boom!
Okay.
All right, that's
All right, good one.
Tell me the truth, though, Johnny. You
Yeah.
grew up in L.A., right?
No,
Where did you grow up?
near Fresno, near the taint.
Tell us the truth. How many car stereos did you steal growing up?
Okay.
No, tell me the truth. If you didn't, that's fine. Your culture likes music and likes stereos and stuff like
So
that.
we like stealing. My culture likes stealing stereos. Nobody even does that anymore. There's nothing to steal.
How many
Everybody's
car stereos
streaming.
I've had stolen. And,
There's
they
no-
used to take them out with screwdrivers
Yeah,
very neatly.
yeah.
And then the crack came along, and then you'd find blood on your dashboard, and the crackheads would just rip it out. The whole dashboard would have to be replaced. Shut up!
Remember when we all had to carry around our face plates everywhere? Like,
You have to pop them off. Pioneer, Blaupunk.
Yeah, that's it.
Kenwood.
So the
Well, we
global
gotta-
warming is it's real. It's real, and everybody knows it's real. But to say it's real is going to cost them money. So that's why they're saying that there's no such thing. It's all about money,
Ari.
Ari. It's all about money. You know, I think I said this before. If you don't believe in global warming, just put your car in the garage, turn it on, close all the windows and doors, and tell us how you feel in about 7 hours. You asshole! You stupid asshole! You'll be dead, asshole! Well, I don't believe in global warming. Well, do that, asshole! Page 2.
Man, all that was page 1.
Yeah, sometimes
Wow.
this runs on too long.
No, I love it.
Maine's chief medical examiner has landed in hot water after posting a macabre help wanted ad for a deputy, boasting that the coastal state's cold waters make for a really short season of decomposed bodies. Among the health benefits of the $172,000 a year position touted by Shakaloom Bong Bong, boom, was a low-stress work environment and the fact that many of the Marines' dead people are fishermen or boaters who are lost at sea and wind up in either New Hampshire or Canada. Fishermen. They don't even know when they're dead. They're so drunk all the time. You know, they don't even know they're dead. You know, you ever meet a fisherman that wasn't drunk? No. Ari? You ever meet a bomb maker?
Have you ever met a fisherman, Ari?
No.
That should have been the first question, Brian.
He's from the beach.
A Palestinian man has mastered the art of balancing objects on almost any size and shape on top of each other.
Balancing what?
Just objects.
Oh,
Any
objects.
Sebastian Maniscalco, 24, says his first thought whenever he sees something new is to find the balancing point that will allow him to make it stand in a way that appears to defy gravity. So this is another guy with a lot of times on his hands. He has balanced a TV on the rim of a Coke bottle, a chain on one leg, and a gas canister on a pipe wrench. When I do this, he said, I feel something indescribable. Yeah, you feel your brain leaking out of the side of your ear, you idiot. And energy room towards the objects.
There it is.
Is that him? Yeah, there he is.
Look at that.
What a clown. Get a job. Get a job, you idiot. Look at this idiot. If you saw
Oh, shit, he's got that on a bar, though, down there at the bottom.
he's still an idiot. I'm sorry. You might as well
You know what? He's gluing those. This is. Oh, I don't buy all this.
Fake news.
That's yeah. We don't see him doing it. Why don't they? It's just photos.
They don't have video in Palestine yet.
Palestine.
Palestine.
His ambition is to balance larger
Oh
objects
no way, man!
like a washing machine on a fridge. See how great this we don't go through this before the show. I get here about 15 minutes before the show. REDBAN is here making sure the wires are positive and negative. We don't go through this, but he pulled that up just like that.
Yeah.
I could not do this show
no.
without REDBAN. There's no way. I like the way that shirt just hangs off your shoulders. Is that- An 82-year-old female bodybuilder in Rochester, New York, confronted a home invader and beat him into submission. When the intruder broke into, what's her name, Laura Bites' home, she clobbered him with a table, poured shampoo in his face, and beat him with a broom.
Wow.
Bites, a champion bodybuilder who pumps from daily at her local YMCA. What else? Said I was wailing on that man because I said to myself, it's my time to go to hell. I'm taking him with me. Cops arrived to find the intruder cowering, hiding in the corner, cowering. Can anybody say that word correct?
Cowering.
That's what
Cowering.
I said.
Yeah.
Oh, Christmas
Spell
tree.
it, Darren.
Oh, Christmas tree.
Can you spell it though, Darren?
Oh,
No.
Christmas tree. What do you get for Christmas in Iran? Fuses? You get fuses? You get some fuse boxes? Some wire so you can blow shit up? I don't trust you people. I like white people and black people and some brown people.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Damn.
That's it. You can't trust them. You don't know. She looks like she's...
That's the bodybuilder.
Is
Oh, that's the lady. Yeah, I saw that.
The 82-year-old bodybuilder?
Yeah. Yeah, check her out.
Oh my God!
Powerlifting, WNPF.
I heard she just looked at him and he really got scared into submission. Holy cow! That's something else. She was a beauty queen about 119 years ago.
I bet she can do more push-ups than Darren.
Damn.
Look at that!
Wow.
Whoa!
Watch out! She's gonna. Don't get it. Watch out! Don't hurt your balls.
Dude, that's embarrassing. Her arms are better than ours.
Holy cow!
Dude, her arms are better than ours. Come
Gotta
on.
blow her eyes up.
Wow.
That's a Botox gone wrong there on the eyelids there, buddy.
Man, what are we doing?
Can I call you Dave? Holy cow! What's up here? New scan.
That's one scary grammar.
Now scan their faces when registering. Chinese citizens must now scan their faces when registering for new mobile phone services. A policy that will expand the government's use of facial recognition technology to identify and track people. That's what we need for you. We need to find out what this ice cream bullshit is all about.
Oh, that's all you're going with? I was expecting you to go, well, that's going to be tough, Jack. They all look the same, don't they, Jack?
The number of, thank you, Johnny. Can I call you Julio? The number of, I forgot I have something for you because I always like to bring the guests that haven't been on the show before a little gift. So
Okay.
Today I brought you some, I know you Latinos, you really like beans. These are
Oh, look at you, Johnny. You're
black
lucky.
beans, frijoles, negros.
Frijoles, negros.
Take them home, put them in hot water, boil them,
For sure, yeah.
and stick them up your ass. I don't know.
Someone's going to have a Christmas dinner.
Do you like that brand? That's a good brand. That's traditional.
I don't even know what that says. La preferida?
So you're not a real Latino.
What do you mean real?
Dude, this is an advanced Spanish word. La preferida.
If you're asking me if I speak Spanish, the answer is no.
Preferida.
I do not.
Did you take any heat? What is that?
Yeah, I take heat all the time for it.
Tell us about that. You take
Yeah.
heat for not being able to speak
Correct.
Spanish.
Correct.
And how does that make you feel?
Muy malo.
Yeah.
Can you speak Farsi?
Oh,
Speak
snap.
some Farsi.
Salam chichori.
Say the bomb is about to go off. Speak some Farsi. Come on, go ahead.
Salam Badusa Mastam, Brian Holtzman, Johnny Sanchez, Darren Carter.
Hey, I'm starting to understand it now. I'm starting to understand it now.
How would you say our names wouldn't be different in the language? No?
No, the same.
Oh.
Like in
It's
Spanish?
I thought Yanni. I thought Johnny was Yanni in the Middle East. I've been told that.
That's Ware.
Because you know I'm Darren Carter, but in Spanish I'm Dreno Catarro.
Oh, no.
And in the hood I'm not Darren, I'm...
Oh, dear
Oh, let's Let's do this act from 96.
Yeah. That's where I saw you at Gotham's. I saw both of you guys on the same night for the first time at Gotham's,
You
man.
mind if I ask you what kind of shampoo you use?
It's
your hair
Costco
has got a lot of
Kirkland
body
signature.
to it.
Look at the fuse.
Oh, shit.
Tell me what
Man, you're
Start
not
speaking
kidding.
Farsi. Start speaking Farsi.
For the mouse.
یه موشه که دو سه تا بام داره میخواد الان آتیشش بزنه.
Call the LAPD.
Keep talking. Keep
Farsi squad
talking.
here.
You hear that ticking? Keep talking in Farsi.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
All right, this is an important one here. The number of abortions
Man,
dropped
REDBAN
to
is on it, man.
623,471 in 2016 across 47 states. The lowest number since the Center for Disease Control and Prevention began tracking the procedure in 1969. These states did not report data. Of those abortions, 91% were performed at ice cream parlors of Iranian descent before 13 weeks. I'm not going to go into that. All I'm going to say on that matter, if men could get pregnant, there'd be an abortion clinic in every barbershop.
Right next to a Starbucks.
Yeah,
Yep.
there wouldn't even be an issue. There wouldn't even be a question. Have you ever had an abortion?
No.
Have you ever assisted in an abortion? These couple of new ones here. We're going to run through this because we want to get to your story because I know it's... How did you get here? Was it hard?
How did I get here?
To America, was it hard? I
Yeah,
bet you
we'll
came-
get into that in a
I bet you
second.
came first class. Wow, that's 16 weeks. Actually, that's 6 months. Actually, that's that comic.
Really?
I'm not gonna say it.
What's
I
weird?
know you're thinking.
What's weird about this picture is they
Don?
No.
Were you going to say Don?
they couldn't find a better thumb. Like, look at this guy.
Oh, look at his dirty thumb.
He looked like he just came out of the repairing cars or something.
It looked like he
A
just
pimple too. Like
and a pimple on the and he looks like he just got through applying sun lotion in the perineum area.
Well, maybe they did it on purpose. They didn't want like a sexy hand with like fingernail polish.
Look at his
like a
fingernail,
sexy lady.
dude.
Yeah,
It's
it's
been
a
chomping on it.
They wanted to make you extra grossed
All right.
out, I think.
Order
That's
in the
what
room. Order in the heart. Order in the corner.
It was by design, you know?
Health scare of the week. A man has died in Germany after contracting a rare infection from being licked by his dog. The previously healthy 60-year-old dog owner went to the hospital in Bern, suffering from flu-like symptoms.
Do you have a name for that guy that
If
happened?
it comes up, I'll let you know.
Okie dokie.
Flu-like symptoms, leg pain, breathing difficulties, and pulmonary blood clotting disorder. His symptoms quickly broadened and included brain damage, kidney failure, and cardiac arrest. And after
that lady lost her hands and legs.
Yeah, that's another case of it.
after 16 days of treatment, he died from multiple organ failure. Doctors determined that the infection was caused by CAPNOCYTOPHEGACANI. It's like pronouncing Martin Scorsese's last name. Martin Scorsese's, the best movie in the whole world since movie making. The Irishman, the greatest motion picture in the history of motion pictures. He's a genius. He's a genius. The Church of Martin Scorsese. The Englishman. I'll kill my family if I can't watch it again and again and again and again. I heard that they made the old people look young and it didn't work. Did you hear that? I heard
The
that.
only thing I heard.
Wasn't he watching the dailies? Wasn't he watching the dailies? You know what the dailies are? Because you don't know shit.
No, you know what? Someone posted a clip of the movie, which has made a good point. It's De Niro young, but he's beating up the guy, kicking the guy in the street, but he's kicking like he's 80.
Wasn't he watching the dailies?
They should have thought of that. Like, you can't have him do physical stuff because he's moving
The
like
best
he's 80.
movie maker in the world
Yeah.
wasn't watching the dailies. He's probably changing
He
his
should have.
diaper.
Yeah, he should have gotten a stunt guy for that because it's across the
I
street.
think about that when I'm showing video of me hitting the heavy bag at the boxing gym. I'm like, do I
Yeah,
look like
you-
an old man? I don't know. Probably.
No, but somebody
yet.
over at the
Yeah.
gym is. I don't understand why they haven't corrected some of your
I'm better now.
bad habits.
I should show you my latest footage.
However, in the
You got
wrong
it.
place, the wrong time,
okay.
and the wrong patient. All can lead to severe infections. Cases are extremely rare and physically affect people with immune, spleen, or alcohol abuse issues.
Hey, wait a minute. Where did the dog lick them? That they're getting? Is it in the
He
mouth?
licked them in the primary area.
The taint.
Between the butthole and the ball.
Do you think that's
Between
what's
Fresno and Bakersfield?
San Francisco and L.A. Fresno. Shout out to Fresno. Love you guys. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you think it was innocent licking, like what they're saying, like just licking the hand, or do you think there might have been something
Yeah, it
else
was
going
innocent,
on?
I think.
You think it was innocent?
Yeah.
That's terrible that if it's innocent. You
But
know?
wait a minute. But where in the mouth? Is that how they're getting? It can't be just on the feet. And
You don't
legs.
know that? You're not a doctor. It could have leaked through the skin. What do you know? Hey,
Okay.
how much you weigh? You'll be in pretty good shape.
Yeah. How much do you weigh?
He swims. He's a swimmer.
160.
And then how tall are you? 5'7"?
5'7", yeah.
I bet you,
Okay.
I bet
I'm
you're very
overweight.
tight. Bob.
I'm a little overweight too.
So there's
I should be less.
They're saying the woman that lost her arms and legs in Ohio got it from the dog licking an open scratch.
Oh, my God.
Oh, an open wound.
See, I knew it wasn't just
Wow.
coming
That's what you
and
do when
licking.
you go to work and you don't want to do anything. You tell them you got an open cut. I used to put Band-Aids all over my face. I can't do anything today. Can't do anything.
Man, this happens a lot. Last year, surgeons amputated parts of a Wisconsin man's nose and limbs, including both hands and feet, after the same bacteria got into his
Enjoy
body.
your dogs. Enjoy
Well,
your
that's
dogs,
weird,
people.
man. Because you know what I used to do. You know, there was an old wise tale that if you let a dog lick your cut, they have
It'll heal it.
It'll heal it.
Yeah.
So I used to let my dog lick my cuts and wounds all the time.
No, it's bullshit. I don't mean to curse. This is a Christmas show, but
Merry Christmas.
you know, people say the dog's mouth is cleaner than the human's mouth.
Uh-huh.
I don't see humans licking
their-
shit
their
off
balls,
the curb,
yeah.
eating shit off the curb,
Licking
and
their
licking their balls,
balls.
licking other dogs' private parts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they'll stick up for their dog. Your dog's a dirty animal. Your dog's a dirty animal.
I kind of like the dead air. I think it's fantastic.
Are you in a relationship right now? No. Well, you're not. No. We always take the numbers of the guests. Maybe you could give me your number later. It's routine. It's routine. This one is kind of long. I don't know if I want to get into this, but it's kind of interesting. These rich people are trying to live forever. You know that. These Ellison guy from Ellison, Michael Ellison, I think from...
I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
the big guy. He's got billions and billions and billions.
Allison?
Allison, yeah.
I'm sure that's not the last name or the first name.
Elon Musk? No.
Elon Musk?
All these rich guys, they want to preserve their brain. They're out there. They don't want to die.
What about freezing? I actually
Well, this is
considered.
what this is about, Johnny.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Doctors
Is this
in
cryonics?
Baltimore have placed humans in a state of suspended animation for the first time as part of a groundbreaking trial that aims to give surgeons more time to save critically injured patients. Formerly known as emergency
Perennial.
preservation and recitation, EPR, the science of science fiction, procedure is being tested on. Some articles are easy to read, and some articles are not that easy to read. All right, the bigger the words, the harder it is to read. All right. I'm not a professor, okay? I'm an idiot. My family knows I'm an idiot. Everybody who knows me knows I'm an idiot. I'm doing my best.
Johnny?
It's just dead air.
Johnny,
Okay?
I'm picturing you. If you could just do this in front of a big TED talk, like in front of a fucking 300 professors.
Do you live alone? Medical center, which is an acute traumas such as gunshot or stab wounds, have lost more than half their blood, have suffered a heart attack before reducing the operating table. Oh, I want to say a shout out and say a prayer for Chewy Bravo.
Oh, yeah.
Chewy Bravo passed away. He had the article said he had a gastral hemorrhage. I think that's your intestines.
It was unexpected. He hadn't been ill. This was just unexpected.
It's a hemorrhage, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
So it's just an emergency.
Yeah. So this was I didn't. What I'm
He
saying.
wasn't ill. He wasn't
Got
ill,
it.
John.
That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking, bro.
Yeah, he was
There he is.
complaining about stomach pains. And then
He had
And then it
stomach,
just- oh, my
he had
God.
a hemorrhage, and then he had a heart attack, and they couldn't save him. Greatest guy, nicest guy, and I was with him. If you go on the computer and you look, Google shouting at children or Amaletto, if you can find it. Some of this stuff goes up and then gets taken down. And he was my little. It was called Amaletto and Hash Brown, and that's how I know him. And she's great too. She's a funny lady. That lady.
Yeah, man. I met him a couple times. You probably met him too, right? Did you do Chelsea?
She would have been funny on Channel 2 at 11:30 than Colbert. She's a funny lady.
Yeah, she's funny,
She
man.
can talk off the top of her head.
Yeah.
She don't need to be looking at nothing.
No, she could be doing this right here.
So there's shouting at children. Amaletto. See, they come up, they take it down, they get selfish, they don't want anybody to see it. It's it's all
I don't know. What's Amaletto?
Amaletto and Hash Brown. Chewy Bravo was Hash Brown.
Oh, he was Hash Brown.
Yeah. Can't find it. You can't find
yeah,
it.
doesn't look like it's up anymore.
Oh, they take it down sometimes?
Oh, you know how they are. They're
Yeah.
selfish. You know how they are. Show business is very selfish. It's big time or no time, right?
Do you tell people?
Hey, don't stare at me, dude.
No, that's a good thing. It's big time or no time.
That's
Wow.
all.
Oh God! Don't give this guy a hashtag. Hey, Motivation Monday. Big time or no time.
Okay.
Derek Carter.
You want a pen and paper? You got some pen and paper? So this fucking guy. Whoa! Beat that!
Big
Beat
time
that!
or no time.
Okay. So let me finish this article. 50 degrees Fahrenheit and almost completely stops brain activity. This gives doctors a 2-hour window That's a lot of time.
What'd they say?
A
55?
2-hour window to perform surgery before they have to warm up the body back up and restart the heart. The trial is
Interesting.
ongoing with results expected next year. Study leader, what's your mother's maiden name?
Barry?
Barry.
Mary?
First name.
Oh. Mary is her first name. Oh, maiden name's last name? Sorry.
Oh.
Sadie.
Hey, you know
Oh,
what?
that's why I thought you
Forget
said.
about the whole thing.
I thought you said Barry was
Forget
her
about the whole
maiden name. Okay.
And the results expected is a little surreal, performing EPR for the first
Mary
time.
Berry.
Mary Berry. His mom was Mary Berry before meeting.
Page 5. Page 5. Retail is now more
Fake news.
dangerous for workers than factories.
Wait. Oh, hold on. Did we go past the freezing?
Oh, we moved on.
Okay, wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Isn't Walt Disney's head still at a cryogenics laboratory?
It
It's
is
been
Dad's
ruined,
ice
right?
cream parlor.
Oh, Mary Berries. That's one of the flavors. Mary Berry.
Oh, that does
The
like
ice
a
cream.
flavor.
Anyway,
Berry, please.
I just want to ask
Very
this.
Mary.
I want have
Go ahead.
has
You're free to
anybody?
speak.
Because I seriously considered this about 15 years ago. I was like, I think when I get to 60, I'm gonna freeze myself, and not my head, everything, the whole thing. And
very
have you guys
expensive.
ever thought about like?
And then
I'm
you had
being serious.
Wait, and then you had another birthday, and you're like, "Hey, 60's not that far away."
No, that's different. Exactly. It starts creeping up.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about it? Did you ever even like the thought
It's
went,
very
nobody?
expensive. You know how much it costs?
No,
to do that?
it's really
It's
expensive.
like $250,000 just for the metal container,
for the yeah.
and they charge you like another $100 for the top.
It's the same. It's the same as renting a studio in West Hollywood.
You mean you're going to freeze
The monthly
yourself?
rates.
You're going to freeze yourself when you're alive? Like you're just...
Correct. Be
That's-
put down
They
like
don't
in
do that.
an induced coma.
They don't do that.
They don't do that.
No, they don't kill... That's
That's
like...
not killing.
All right.
You're freezing. You're
That-
freezing the person.
No, they do it when you die.
Yeah.
But they don't do it
Oh,
like when
they
you're
don't put.
alive.
They
No.
won't put somebody in an induced
No,
coma
no.
and then freeze them and
No,
everything's.
no.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess. All right. Well, I couldn't have done it anyway then.
Retail is now more
Can
dangerous.
you
for
imagine
workers.
Johnny walking up there and knocking on the door? Yeah, I just had my 60th birthday, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and freeze myself. I've raised the cash.
But how great would that have been if I came back in like 50 years, dude? You guys are all gone, right?
You wouldn't know anyone. You would
It'd
hate
be
it.
like you are now. You would have no friends.
I just wasted all my life.
Retail is now more dangerous for workers than factories, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. 3.5 of every 100 retail workers suffered from illness or injury last year, compared with 3.5 in manufacturing. Pet supply stores top the list of most dangerous retail outlets because of all the licking dogs. You want to work in a pet store selling dog food? Don't go to work with a cut.
We just learned that, didn't we?
We sure did. You see that lady in the wheelchair with no face?
Yeah.
Scary.
Americans cut down 15 million, 94, I guess that would be 1,000. 15 million, 094 is, I guess,
15,094,000.
678, thank you, Christmas trees in 2017. Last year, for the which state was available, that required about 19.7 square miles of land, enough to cover about 50% of Walt Disney World in Orlando.
That's how many trees got cut.
Just an item of interest. You know, you want to stop global warming? Yeah. Every 12 months, cut down
3 million trees.
3 million trees. Way to go, human race. Way to go. Poke pencils in your eyeballs and go to the show. There are 173,656 fewer farms in the U.S. than there was in 20 years ago. Aging out is a reason. The average age of a farm owner or manager in 2017 was 58.6, more than 8 years older than in the early 1980s. So the farmers are dying, and their sons and daughters don't want that bullshit.
Almost all my friends.
Who wants to milk a cow?
My friend, you know that where we grew up, that's where all the farming and dairy comes from in California and throughout the United States. And most of my friends who grew up on a dairy or a farm are not in it, didn't continue. They sold it.
This is great, but when you comment on these articles, we
Make it interesting?
No, make it funny.
Oh, funny. Okay. But don't you hate having to be funny, though? Isn't that? I mean,
No,
we do that
they
all
want to
the-
hear funny on the
they
radio.
do?
They want to hear. They don't want to sit there. If they don't want to hear funny, they can talk to their coworkers. Some of these people
Okay.
are listening to this at their desk.
Yeah.
Roseanne, back on New York. My brother's girlfriend, Roseanne.
Here's what I would do. Like, let me show Johnny what I would do. Like, I'd be like, yeah, I wonder if they ever take those tractors and make them like lowriders.
There you go.
What up, chicken plucker? Hey, I'm too old to farm now.
Another
Shut
bit.
his mic off. Get up, Darren. You can stay.
This is
Your
starting.
friend can stay. You get the hell out of here right now.
Darren's too used to doing morning radio on the road.
Okay, here's a good one.
Bits up there.
You know Tom Hanks has got a new movie out playing.
Speaking of Tom Hanks, here's a quick impression.
Well, guys, look, Tom Hanks. It's Tom Hanks in the morning.
By the way, that's the one guy. That's the one guy in the radio station that has that weird nickname like Tumbleweed or something.
Tumbleweed in the afternoon.
Tumbleweed in the morning.
Shotgun Kelly. Dot boy.
Oh my God! He's exactly like those.
What?
It's avocado and toast.
All right, so Tom Hanks is coming out with a new movie. It's going to be a sequel to Castaway.
Really?
Yes, he's a UPS driver who gets lost in the desert, and he has to survive on all the chocolate and all the food from Christmas, and he gets to be like 700 pounds, and he finally gets discovered by a Christian Korean group.
Okay.
That are looking for the meaning of life in the desert, on a field trip, and they find him. Yeah.
So is it going to be called Deserted?
Get it? Deserted?
Deserted.
Hey, 2 S's. I can spell.
Hey, that went right over my head, Jack.
Oh my God.
I can't get them all. I can't get them all. So this is a good one. This is it was funny in the car when I said it to myself.
It's funny. Deserted.
Being married to Mr. Rogers. Sarah Bird doesn't want anyone to put Mr. Rogers on a pedestal, said Nora Dunn in the Los Angeles
Oh yeah,
Times.
that outfit. I saw that.
Bird, 91, was married to Fred Rogers for 50 years until the beloved children's show host died in 2003. He's out there now as someone who's somehow way above all the rest of us. What does that mean? You wonder you're 91. You're talking like crazy person.
That's his ex, or it's his widow?
She says he's out there now as someone who's somehow way above all the rest of us. That is bullshit.
Sounds jealous.
There's an easy way to say that. All right? Isn't there an easy way to say that? He's in heaven. He's looking down on us. How's that, Bird? There's a reason why you're 91. You shouldn't quote yourself, you idiot.
She's a loose bitch.
But
Dump that bitch. It's right there.
But she knew him as a man in full who simply worked harder at being caring and kind. He even had this is another word that I haven't come across. It's RIBALD.
Ribald?
A ribald sense of humor. Has anybody ever heard the word ribald?
Right here. Red bald.
What does it mean?
I went from red to bald.
He went from
What does it mean?
he went from red hair to baldy.
What does it mean? It means
Referring to sexual matters in an amusing, coarse, or irrelevant
so
way.
he was a pervert. He was a
squirter.
He was a closet jacker offer. Oh my God, we had to look up that word. He was not prissy. Bird says, not at all. Rogers relished dirty jokes, and if the couple found themselves trapped at a boring social event, he had a surefire way of getting her to laugh: farting on command.
What?
I have a friend.
That's his widow saying this?
I have a friend who can fart on command. He eats a lot of vegetables, and he can fart on command.
I can too. See,
Yo, you'll be farting.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Mr. Rod. Wow.
Farting on command.
Farting on command. Oh, that's hilarious. Look at him.
Watch.
That's a little kid right there. There's a kid with him. Oh, that's not a kid. Is it? It is. Is that? That's not.
Oh, it's more innocent. Maybe back then they didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, it's totally innocent.
Is that real?
Yeah, look.
He was
I
great.
thought maybe somebody put fingers
Maybe
on
that gesture, changed meanings or something. Yeah.
No, dude, that's been around. That was around in World War II, bro. Look, yeah, no, that's.
He would just.
Look at the kid.
Wow.
And this is how you stick the finger.
Oh, he's doing a song with. Oh, that's hilarious. He got away with it, man.
This is how you stick a finger up your ass. Make sure it's straight, and it must be the middle one.
All right, so here it goes. He would just raise one cheek and he would look at me and smile.
Oh,
Bird said.
hilarious.
Reporters posed to her by letter. He proposed to her by letter in 1952 while she was at Rollins College in Florida. She still has most of their letters in those days, which she keeps as a tote bag by her favorite chair so that she can take them out to read. 100% genuine, she says.
Oh.
People invariably say, well, I can't do that, but I sure do admire him, she says. Well, you can do it. I'm convinced there are lots of Fred Rogers out there. Not in L.A. Not in L.A. I haven't met one. All right, movie time.
Hey, we all live in L.A. Fuck you.
This is The Astronauts, directed by Tom Harper. This is a 2-star movie about a balloon. I wouldn't go see a movie about a balloon. I don't encourage
I think they get to space though, is what it is. They reach the atmosphere.
How boring can it be in a balloon? You'd rather watch a Flo sell insurance on Progressive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Watch a balloon movie.
Man, she's making
But
some
one that
bucks,
caught my eye that I think is very, very interesting. I think I'll rent this or buy it for my home collection. Is Portrait of Lady on Fire. This is a classic love song, love movie, love story about two women who fall in love and I guess share intimacies of what. And I like these dykes. I like these women because they're not the boot wearing, men hating dykes, lesbians. These are the very soft, very feminine lesbians, very attractive, very, very sexy. And this is a 4-star. Love blooms between an artist and her subject. And that's all I'll say about this because Portrait of a Lady on Fire. So if you like lesbians in Heat, this would be good for you.
Oh my God! Look at that.
Wow, how did that? I didn't see that story.
That's Lady on Fire right there, man.
Oh, I see what. All right, hey, they come. Some of them can come over my head. I can't get it all, right? Do you like gladiator movies? L.A. This is a little bit of travel. L.A.'s Times Square. L.A. Live has replaced Hollywood Boulevard as the bright, bejeweled belly button of the Los Angeles, said so-and-so and so-and-so in the Los Angeles Times. 20 years after the Staples Center started hosting concerts and basketball games, the 27-acre entertainment district gradually built around it has become the West Coast answer to New York's Times Square. That's debatable. Expect that it's superior to Times Square on every level. Really? Have you been to Times Square? Who wrote this? Start with the Grammy Museum, and where first-rate hands-on exhibitions celebrate music, or roll a few frames. Those music museums are terribly boring. Music is to listen to, not look through a glass case looking at some damn album or outfit.
Their old
Michael
costume.
Jackson wore this outfit. Yeah.
Hey, although I went to Graceland, and
I
that
did
was,
too.
It was amazing.
That's different.
That's very different.
That's Elvis's stuff.
Don't
Don't compare, Darren.
Yeah.
Is what he's trying to say.
Elvis was.
He was the best, the king. We all like Elvis in this room.
And it was so sad that there was nobody to help Elvis, the biggest star in the world, and that manager wouldn't even give him
Colonel Parker.
Colonel.
Elvis wanted to go all over the world and play his guitar acoustically. That son of a bitch wouldn't even give him a passport. He shipped him out to Vegas to rot, playing in front of the Midwestern.
Oh, this is a 68 comeback.
How good is this?
That was the highest numbers viewership, and this is when the Beatles were at their height, man. Like everybody's into different music, and this guy comes back.
The poor guy wasn't smart enough. He wasn't the brightest
because he's
guy.
the first one to have to deal with that with movies.
But nobody grabbed him and said, "This guy, Colonel, is screwing you."
He
wanted to go all over the world. They stuck him in the Las Vegas Strip.
He thought he trusted the Colonel, man, the whole time is the problem.
He figured he would be nowhere if it wasn't.
Yeah.
He gave him an airplane. He gave him all Cadillacs. That was enough for him. That was enough for him. You know, the gifts, the shiny objects. Fuck a Cadillac.
Oh.
He wanted to do that serious movie, that Star is Born.
Yeah, Star is Born.
But then he had like an 18 movie contract.
The silly movies
where they just make him sing, you know. You know what he also wanted to do? You know the beginning of remember how Laugh-In used to start the TV show? You know, remember the raincoat that Artie Johnson, those guys would ride the tricycle and fall over.
Right.
Sometimes they would have guests do it. Elvis wanted to do that because he's a funny guy. He's naturally a funny dude. And Colonel's like, no, your image will be blown if you look up and it's you falling on a tricycle in a yellow raincoat.
You get a little bit of feeling for his personality now because they'll show like outtakes and you'll hear concert footage on SiriusXM and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Poor guy. This
is when he forgets the lyrics, right?
You know, I don't know how many of these people, these famous.
He would do that from time to time, right?
Michael Jackson and this guy. I mean, if you're famous and you're world famous and you're the greatest since the greatest, don't take drugs. Don't take drugs.
Yeah, he was the first for all that too. The prescription shit, man.
But sometimes drugs is why they're popular or why they make the music they do. You know, like can you imagine the Beatles not doing drugs? There wouldn't be
Jimi Hendrix, the Doors.
All right, take drugs. Take drugs. Go into the bathroom
Just
and
not
have
too
a
much.
coronary and shit yourself and fall down.
That's good point because
Except
would they be
for-
great if they hadn't, delved into the psychedelics and shit like that, right?
Here's Christmas in New Hampshire. The landmark Omni Mount Washington Resort is offering a holiday package that includes cut your own Christmas tree, a wreath, and a group wagon ride on selected weekends. Booked by December 15th for travel through February 13th. I'm not cutting my own tree. It's stupid. Why? It's like people go camping. Give me a hotel and a hot shower.
Where'd you get that tree? Did you just pick it off of like a neighbor's tree?
This is part of my bonsai collection. I'm trying to get this to produce. Little
Need some sun or something. Are you talking to it? Are you giving it some,
I haven't talked to this one.
See?
Do you talk to your trees? You said I haven't talked to this one, so you talk to.
Sometimes I rub a tree I have.
You have a tree.
Have you ever seen a grown man naked? Technology. This is a good one. Italian tire maker Pirelli has designed a cyber tire that can send a message to your car's engine and even to the other drivers. Said so and so and so and so and so and so. The world's first 5G connected tire has a sensor, processor, and communications disk about the size of a medium coin embedded inside the designed to constantly monitor a bunch of variables. Those include naturally tire pressure, but also tread depth, tire temperature, acceleration, and the ability to sense water and ice on the road. All that information is fed into the engine control so that the car, this is why I don't buy a new car.
Too much shit.
Nobody can fix them. There's everything can go broken. It's all, half the ones get recalled. How can you think they'd figure out how to make a car by now, 2020, and they're recalling cars? Stupid.
Yeah, they're gonna have smart tires and dumb tires.
Airbags. You know how much you put, if your airbag gets deployed, you know how much it costs to get it put back in?
No.
$700.
At least.
Yeah. And they say it's like,
I have no
I don't know, I made that
airbags.
up.
My windows go up and down with the crank.
Oh, yeah, the crank.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I got no problems. The thing will run forever.
And you can fix it if you have to.
I
You
have
can do what you
liability
need.
only. If it gets in an accident, I just take the plates off and it's goodbye. I don't care. You go get another cheap car. Now, if you have a long distance to travel, you need a reliable car. But a lot of people, they live 4 miles from work, and they buy a $37,000 car, and they live 4 miles from work. Oh, you're a bean counter, aren't you?
No offense.
No offense.
I'm hungry now.
This is why they call it dead air. Those include naturally tire pressure, All that information is fed into the engine controls that the car can automatically determine how to adjust traction control settings, suspension, or emergency braking. The cyber ties can also ping roadside 5G towers to send messages to nearby cars about hazardous road conditions. Brian, I want to talk to you a little bit about this 5G. Explain what is this 5G that we keep hearing about.
5G is the next, like for your phone.
yeah.
We have 4G right now, so it's how fast the speed is. It's the frequency.
Now, isn't China developing 5G, but we don't want their 5G because we're afraid there's going to spy on us or something?
Yeah, they have phones that have like shit in it that supposedly could spy on.
I
people
think that's nonsense. I think they're just trying to they don't want them to keep accelerating.
right. Yeah, 5G just opened. Like it's just becoming popular. Like T-Mobile just released their new 5G network last week. I got one of the 5G phones. It's really fast, so it's pretty much the next step. Pretty soon, our phones.
Are the new iPhones 5G?
No, the new iPhones should be 5G next year.
So everybody, don't buy any new phones till next year.
next year. Yeah.
People are spending thousands of dollars on new. Well, they
So the
probably,
12, that'll be the 12,
They
right?
probably got the
Yeah.
money. You have a lot of money. You must have a lot of money to come to America. Are you first generation?
Yes.
You were born here?
You had a lot of money, huh? How
Did
long
your parents leave because of the Shah of Iran? Was it?
My mom left right before not knowing the revolution. She came
Oh.
here for high school, and then that happened, so she got separated.
Are they both
for my
Iranians, your
family.
parents?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like Koreans. They stick together. They don't integrate into marriage.
Integrate.
St. Bernards don't have sex with chihuahuas. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Are you from Torrance?
That's none of your business. Don't question me. Don't challenge me on my own podcast. So that's amazing about what they can do with the technology.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty sweet when 5G rolls out 100%. Everything's gonna be so fast. You could download, a 4K movie in like a second.
Wow, it'll be like almost as fast as when you just flip a switch and the light goes on.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be that.
Because I heard you one time say something about rendering video, and you go, "I wasted. It takes so long." And that was a while ago that I heard you say that. It's like, and I know what you're saying. It takes a long time, but it's gotten faster than it used to be.
It's gotten real fast lately. Like Apple just released their new computer, which is going to help with a lot of rendering. It's really fast.
We're not afraid of silence on this podcast. A lot of people think there has to be something going on. Okay, this is another one, Brian, that you can, they're afraid of just silence. You know what I mean?
Can I just say I thank you for that, because earlier we joked about morning radio. It's nothing worse than when you go on there and for like 3 minutes, and the whole time they're blasting music. They're like, so do, and you're just like trying to talk and like.
And they want you. They don't like any of what just happened at all.
They're like, we're gonna edit it out.
Dad, any,
Yeah.
just even.
Oh, they shit themselves.
Oh yeah,
they shit themselves.
Freak out.
They don't like a lot of things.
They're like little babies.
I thought that was a dog tongue.
Oh my, that is so.
They don't like a lot of things.
They don't like a lot of things. Okay. This is REDBAN. This is another one for you. You can comment on this. This is to do with the cell phones as well. Carriers fight to keep phones locked. The Justice Department is not going to punish wireless carriers for trying to sabotage eSIM technology, said so and 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 so. I'm so sick of people's names. I'm not even gonna
Why do
bother.
they put him in there? I always skip over the people's
Martin
names.
Scarosi. How do you spell that last name? SSICSIESS. Scarosi. OC scrotum. Everybody changes their name in Hollywood. He got to keep his damn name. Martin is fine. I can get through Martin, but Scarosi, there he is. Thanks for watching the dailies on that last movie, buddy. Didn't you see that it was fake? Didn't you see that you weren't fooling anybody? Didn't you watch the dailies?
Brian, he might not put you in a movie because you just said
Brian Scalaro. I don't want to be in a movie
Scalaro.
What kind of want to be in a movie with him? Brian Scalaro said the same thing. He was praising this guy. He said, don't compare that movie to Goodfellas. They're two different movies. Yeah, one is good and one's not. 3.5 hours of total unmitigated bullshit. Okay, here we go. I liked Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Quentin Tarantino. I hope he gets an Oscar for that.
That's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
I guess the movie, the one that they released recently on like
Yeah, what the- I
streaming.
heard that.
There's an extra like 20 minutes. Or
20 minutes.
Holy shit.
20 minutes at the end or the beginning, or just
I don't know.
in the movie?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
An extra 20 minutes of him slamming that girl's face on the table.
20 more minutes of feet.
So, yeah. So the carriers, here we go, yeah. I'll have to start it again. The Justice Department is not going to punish wireless carriers for trying to sabotage eSIM technology, said so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. Eventually supposed to replace SIM cards. Those little pieces of plastic you put in the phone to set which carrier it's connected to. The digital versions could allow you to switch phone carriers at the touch of a button. So you wouldn't have to go into the store and talk to those idiots. Carriers at the touch of a button, letting users switch regularly depending on which one offered a better signal, cheaper service, or specific.
Spice.
What are you doing? Boffing over there?
No.
You bopping?
You bobbing over there.
Features. However, the carriers have tried to make rules that would lock in users to a specific. That's what you get when you don't go to. Did you go to what do you call
Preschool.
it? Preschool? You didn't either, huh?
No.
We'll talk about it after the show. Pacific SIM, or prevent switching between networks.
Pacific Rim.
The Department of Justice said last week it will wait and see if the trade group that sees the standards for eSIMs follow through on a pledge to be more consumer friendly. It's a gladiator. You like that?
Oh, it's Pacific Rim.
We're almost out now. We were on. Yeah, that's it. All right, we got the last one. It's Wisdom and Wit. This is a very special one.
Hey, that could be our morning radio show name, Wisdom and Wit.
Wow!
On cue, man. On cue.
I'm a DJ.
Whoa!
It's Wisdom and Wit.
Let's go to the traffic. Okay, here we go. We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty. Mama, 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 mama. Fiction is life with the dull bits left out. Now, this is what I always get mixed up. Fiction is a story, and nonfiction is fact. Is
Yes.
that right?
Correct.
Brian?
Yeah.
Correct.
Always get those mixed up.
Me too.
Optimism is the belief that things. Do you like to read? So do I.
You gotta talk.
I like to read too. What kind of stories do you like?
Let him just, if he's just going to nod, he's going to nod.
Well, no, I told him, this is on a podcast, I told him to get close to the mic and then talk. Not
He's
just,
just directing this dude.
Are
What
you
the?
having sex with this young boy?
no, I'm trying to help him
You look
out.
like you're having sex with this young boy. He's old enough to be able to do what he wants to
He
do.
wants to be a podcast star. I brought him into your studio, you know? You're like the Colonel Parker. He's the new Elvis.
Oh, yeah.
You guys can go 50-50.
Hold on to this for me. Will you?
Fucking thing,
Hold on to this
man.
for me, will you?
That was a little weird. That was a little weird.
What was the real? What was the
I
real-
wouldn't advise that.
Optimism is the belief that things are going to get better. Hope is the belief that we can make things better. Rabbi so-and-so and so-and-so. Rabbis always got something to say, don't they? Faith is what someone knows to be true, whether they believe it or not. So-and-so and so-and-so. The name is easy to read, I'll say it. If it's difficult in any way, I'm gonna brush over it. The quote is what's important. It's not important who wrote it.
That's a good quote.
Some drunk alcoholic poet sitting in coach, farting in his pants. You know how many loser poets there are out there. I'm a poet. You're a vagrant. You're a vagrant with a drug problem. Now get the hell out of here. Oh,
You can rhyme.
You know. There's your ice cream there. Ice creams and bombs. That's what you should do. So do you think you'll be blowing anything up for Christmas? There should usually a Christmas explosion someplace. Do you have a van at home? Family own a van with the windows blacked out? I wouldn't rent you a van if it was the last fucking van on the flood. Those, being ignorant is not so much a shame as being unwilling to learn. And this is a good one. You know, just put your belief system away and listen to some creative criticism. Maybe just look at something a different way. You know, I often tell this story. You're driving down the road and you see a pimp and he's got an aerosol can and he's spraying it down the woman's mouth. At first glance, you think this is a violent act. This is crazy. This hurts me. I'm a liberal. I am upset. Prostitution is illegal. It's illegal. So if the prostitute is stealing money from the pimp, it's not like he can go to the police station and report it. It's illegal.
Illegal.
So if he doesn't take matters into his own hands, all the girls are going to start stealing from the pimp. See what I'm saying? There's a reason. How's he going to look at the pimp convention in Las Vegas
That's right.
if
Chicago.
everybody knows, or Chicago,
Yep.
if everybody knows that the girls are stealing money from him? Being ignorant is not so much a shame as being unwilling to learn. You like to learn new things, don't you? Those who can make you believe absurdities can make you commit atrocities.
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 I already know what it is. It's like I can decode you,
Hey,
man.
there he is.
Oh my God!
Hey,
What?
can I have another burrito? Can I have another burrito with that? Oh, that TV. Let's hear it.
My name's Nacho Hernandez, but everybody calls me Little Joker.
That was good.
Dude, that doesn't even look like you.
They're making me look like Wilmer Vale.
How
How did they do that? How did they do that?
With makeup and hair.
How many seasons was that?
I only did 2.
2 is better than none.
Yeah, I'll take it.
That's great.
I'll take it.
I love that little Joker character is amazing. I remember just pulling it up on my phone, making people laugh at the hotel lobby.
and
It's great.
he's like lived on in the internet because of the internet and everything.
You know, I auditioned for that Mad TV.
I had auditioned 6 times and I stopped. I wasn't going to go back anymore, but Bobby Lee called me. I was like, all right, I'll go in this one last time. But I was done, dude. I had done 6 years in a row and I never even got a call back.
I went there and I wasn't in a good mood that day. You know, they always say they want to see 3 characters.
Yep. 3
You know,
and 3 impressions.
3 characters, and I had no time for their nonsense. So I went in there and I just
Yelled?
pretended to be angry
Yeah.
because it was Mad TV.
Oh, funny.
And they did not get it. They did not get it.
Do you remember exactly what you were ranting about?
No, I was just like, you know,
Were you like,
I acted like I didn't want to be there. And they didn't get it.
yeah, that could have been a good character on the show too.
But they don't know anything because all they know is what they know and what they expect. They can't think out of the box because they have to have autonomy. You can't break their autonomy
Oh, you can get
because
that
they're the
word.
producer, they're the
That's-
director,
but
they're the
that's-
creator,
he
and
gets
they
a-
think in their box. They can't think outside the box, right, Red Band?
Yes.
Red Band, I just woke Red Band up. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yes!
Yeah.
Okay, all right. 2 more. Those who can make you believe absurdities can make you commit.
Atrocities.
And 1 more, and then we're done with the items of interest. And even on the most exalted throne in the world, we are only sitting on our own bottom.
Oh. See, that vagrant's not so bad,
So that's it.
right?
So
Very well
Beautiful.
done. Very nice.
Bravo.
Nicely done, Brian.
HOLTZMAN.
I thought you were going to be super nasty, okay? And you were, but not in a boner-making way.
Where are these kids? Probably getting their nails done at the Copa Canela Nail Salon. But do you know where the toxic nail polish ends up at the end of the day? Well, you're about to find out, ma'am. Ma'am.
Oh my gosh.
You scared me half to death.
I'm Cruz from the Gotcha Squad.
I was gonna steal her wallet and the car, Holmes. We weren't even 100 yards from the prison. She pulled over, started doing things on my pinga that scared me.
All right. It's off.
Oh man, look at all these characters. I love it, man.
Every Monday for 10 years. Then contact me, Anthony King, divorce attorney at law, and get out of that marriage today. And I want to thank
Who are you supposed to be right here?
Who asked me that?
Me.
Oh, okay.
Porn award?
It was an old Jewish porn actor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, retired. They gave him the lifetime achievement.
Do we have sound here, Brian?
That old piece of back here. Where's that old turd? Hey, easy. Hey, these are alligator shoes, bro.
way too hard on him.
I wasn't hard enough. I'm trying to save this country. Damn it.
Fair enough. We got another suspect in interrogation.
Let me talk to him.
Look like Robert Blake right there.
Push too hard, Jack, or he may climb up.
That's so cool.
Was it fun working on that show, or was it a...
No, it's fun, dude. The complete opposite of what you hear about SNL.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a pressure cooker, man. You could walk in anytime to the writers and the producers and pitch an idea, they were very, and with the cast too, we all wanted to work with each other.
And not being live probably was so much better, not having to just deal with the stress of being live. You did one live episode, didn't you? Or
no, they were all pre-recorded. I mean, we and then the pre-tapes are always the best ones. You ever notice SNL's best sketches are the ones that they pre-tape?
Yeah.
They do ahead of time because they can cut the fat off,
Yeah.
But they don't really do. SNL still, for some reason, all these years, they've never been able to end a sketch.
Yeah.
It just drifts.
It just drifts. And
There's
then
no
it's
punchline.
almost a joke.
There's no tag at the end. The audience just starts clapping because they flash
see
the
the
applause.
sign,
Yeah. It's like, it's the weirdest thing. I'm telling you, 40 years, and their sketches never end with a punch. It's the weirdest thing. They just drift,
It's true.
So, but it was fun, man.
I want to shout out for Brian Scalaro. Get his book for Christmas, How to Punch a Monkey.
Yeah.
How to Punch a Monkey, Brian Scalaro. Buy his book. It's very funny. He's funny. He's been on the show, and I'm a...
What is this? I was looking you up, and it says, it looks
fan
like
of
when you're on Tiger Belly, it says Carlos Mencia steals Johnny Sanchez's joke right in front of him. What's that story, do you know?
Yeah, well, we did it on we were taping. It was a show called Funny is Funny, and we were taping, and Carlos was hosting, and they had everybody's bits. So they, he knew, and everybody knew what we were all doing. And at that time, when I was doing parking in my the Middle Eastern, the Persian guy who's parking in my parking was the bit. So right before he brought me,
You saw the cue card?
yeah, they had all of our stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he's doing this. She's going to talk about that. Da-da-da-da. So then he pulled out a Middle Eastern bit before he brought me out. And then Pat Buckles and everybody went crazy. And they were like, what's he doing? Why is he doing that before he brings you out? And then he was like, oh, dude, fuck. I forgot, fucker. Fuck. And so it was like, so I was going to leave. And then Buckles was going to leave. And then it got all calmed down. And then so he went back out. And then I don't know if this was better or worse, but he explained it to the audience, which I almost felt was a little worse because he's like, look, this dude coming out next,
He can't handle
he's
it.
got a bit just like I fucking
Oh,
did.
God,
So
that's
he's going to sound like
he
the
made it
Middle
worse.
Eastern
He made it
dude.
worse.
He made it worse. So now the audience is kind of forcing, like they're hearing me do my bit.
After he says that sappy thing.
Correct. So then felt like it was forced laughs and stuff. You know what I mean?
What do they call it? Killjoy.
Sabotage.
It's a killjoy.
And yeah. That's that story.
Hey, that could be our morning show names. It's Killjoy.
So we were at the Latino Laugh Festival together
Yeah.
back in 1980s, 96 or 97.
96.
That's where I met Darren Carter for the first
1996.
No,
All three
you.
of us.
Well, you may have met him. You may have met him, but you actually. I told you, I saw both you guys the first time on the first time on stage at Gotham in Montebello, and Darren had gone up earlier, and he was doing his
Is that the one where I met you the first time?
Correct.
That was the greatest Latino audience I've ever
Yeah.
had. Not a chip on one shoulder.
No.
Anybody.
No, all shaved
They
heads in
knew
there
I
too.
was kidding.
Gangbanger.
knew
They
I-
loved you.
And that other show with Willie Barsana.
Yeah,
And,
Willie Barsana.
They had to get me out of there.
So check this out. So Darren went up earlier, and he was doing his Bart Simpson thing.
Wow, this
Oh, look at that! Were you on Diamonds in the Rough?
That was it.
Did we do it together?
Yeah, that was it. That was 1996.
Did we do the
Showtime.
show together? The taping, Darren?
Yeah.
Look at that hair on the head of there. Look at that. That's the.
Oh my!
They made me say that I was white because she goes, the audience is going to wonder why you're there. So I had to do this first joke.
Hi, I'm a white guy.
I didn't want to say it, but they made me.
Darren used to do that with his mouth back then, like this.
Oh, wait, what?
Watch his mouth.
What was he doing?
He goes like that. He goes. He twitches his. It was like part of his.
Neighborhood in Fresno, California.
Watch this, pretty good bit.
High school, people reminded me I look different. I'd be in the hallways and they were like, homeboy looks like Richie Cunningham.
Oh, he's killing.
That's before you started doing the snapping.
Hey, what's up, Fireball? Even though I grew up in a tough neighborhood in Fresno, I never got involved in the gang life. Well, basically because, gang members usually resemble each other.
They're looking around.
And that'd be real intimidating with me, huh? Like 15 redheads coming to your neighborhood.
Get his mouth.
Covered in sunscreen, doing a little pimp walk. You guys would be all scared behind the curtains going, look, it's the Mayberry Locos.
Mayberry Locos.
Hey, do you want to do comedy? Yeah. Maybe I can come over to my house and I can teach you some of the things about that if you have some time. I'll give you my address later. What else is?
I didn't realize you were on. You know who else was on that with us? That Diamonds in the Rough? Freddie Soto.
Oh, yeah.
We did it with Freddie. And you guys met, but let me finish my thing.
Okay.
So it's Montebello. It's in Gotham. It's and Darren went up. That's when Darren used to do his Bart Simpson. I looked like, and he'd walk up right to the person's face, and he was doing it to these cholos. And I was like, "Damn, is this guy's not worried about somebody punching him or what?" So he does his thing. He does great. I was getting ready to leave a couple comics later, and Alonzo Bowden stops me as I'm about to walk out. He goes, "Hey, I guess they were introducing you," and he says, "You ever see this guy right here?" And I'm like, "No, who is he?" He's like, "Name's Brian Holtzman." And I was like, "Oh yeah?" And he's like, "You want to stay and stick around for this? Trust me." And I remember you went up there, and I remember exactly what you said. You went because it was a bunch of cholos with shaved heads, and you're like, "What's with the shaved heads, Jack? What are you all in the military? What the fuck are you doing to your head?" And they were fucking busted over, dude. These cholos loved it, man.
That was the only show of that culture that I got away with. The rest of them, they had a Willie Barsana. You know Willie Barsana?
Of course.
He
I've
got me
known him
out
for
of
years.
one show. He came up to me and he said, "Holtzman, you got to get out of here." And he meant it because
Yeah,
they were coming to get me.
Yeah,
And I just got out of there in time. And then I did a show with Marilyn Martinez. And they weren't having it. And they told me that it would be best if I left the premises.
Well, when we did that tape,
they want to cut me.
Well, you
they want to cut me.
Hey, you wait a minute. You did one of the Diamonds in the Rough, and oh my God, how crazy is this? You was doing the taping with Paul Rodriguez, same room, and all of a sudden Mencia shows up. Wait till you guys hear this. You want to talk about same thing?
Why can't they stop you from doing that? Who was the stage manager?
That was Jeff Valdez was there, so I guess he wanted Carlos to go up, or Paul wanted Carlos to go
Put
up.
him up, but don't put him up where
Dude,
it's going to aggravate the rest of the show.
Red Band. This is during the taping. Mencia walks in, and they decide they're going to throw him up. Everybody else has already gone up to do their 7-minute set, and they throw Mencia up. They stop the cameras. You know, this is a taping, and he does about, what, 35 minutes? 40? How much time did he do, dude? He went super, just his thing, right?
Why can't anybody say no to anybody?
Right. And then he gets off stage. Now the audience just had 35, 40 minutes of Mencia, who at that time was the guy, was the up and coming big dude. Then Paul comes out. Oh yeah, you know what? We got one more. I forgot. We got one last guy. This white guy's gonna come up and you know what I mean? And then they bring Brian. But I will say, Brian's opener. Were you there that night?
I remember.
Remember the line? He goes, you remember what you said? Your opening line, you go, hey, listen, I got news for all of you. This isn't a recording, Jack.
What was the first thing I said?
Well, I'm talking about the bit.
Yeah, what was there was one before that. I said, I knew this was a Latino Laugh Festival because I just left the restroom and the paper towel dispenser hasn't been touched.
And they were like,
ooh. And it was a joke. It was a joke.
That's right.
By the way,
that's right.
You're supposed to tell jokes, right? You're supposed to tell jokes when you're on stage.
They got all pissed off.
They wanted to kill me. They wanted to cut me. They took my mother hostage. It was horrible. My mother went out there from Long Island to be there. She saw Chips. She was so excited.
Oh, Erica saw that.
She met Chips. My mother was having sex with Chips. My mother was blowing the Chip guy.
By the way, Mitzi Shore, REDBAN, Mitzi Shore from the Comedy Store went out there to watch the show. I mean, it was a big deal. Yeah. It was a big deal. And I remember when you came out there, you did it. Do you remember that when he did his set? Then it was because the crowd was like boo.
Well, they were also keep in mind this is San Antonio, so of course they're serving them alcohol. Yeah. So they were drinking at the tapings, man. These people were like getting drunk.
I remember you said your name and some guy corrected you.
Yeah, I got heckled. In my
name's Johnny Sanchez.
I said Sanchez, and some Mexican is Sanchez, eh? And I went what? And then somebody else, Sanchez, it's Sanchez. They started yelling at me, bro. I got heckled during my taping. By my own people, dude.
And then the second joke I said was...
Yes, this was
I know you all think this is a Latino Laugh Festival, but it's not. This is an INS raid. Everybody in the buses. Everybody in the buses. Oh, they hate it. It was going to come out and get me, right?
Immigration sting operation.
Yeah.
He had to come out and get me, right?
Yeah, because I remember they stop the taping and then brought you out again. And I remember you said
because Paul had to explain it,
and then he called them a bunch of Filipinos. Remember that? He goes, "You bunch of Filipinos," and then you said this. And I mean, I'm not into religious humor, and I forgive me, Lord, for repeating this, but you said, "Take those Bibles and Vaseline and shove them up your ass." And they really, because they're very religious people, and they were like, "Boo!" I mean, they wanted to like burn him. You know, I mean, it was like yikes.
Oh. I think I had to hide in a hotel the whole rest of the
day. And I remember Paul Rodriguez, he brought you back out. He goes, he called you a name that I never heard before. It's a Spanish name. It means like cowboy or something, or this cabrero.
Oh, caballero.
Is that what he said?
Yeah,
something like
caballero.
That. He goes, and he goes, he kind of calmed everyone down, and and like.
Well, why did he do 40 in front of him? I mean, he did. By the way, during your taping, you know who was back there in the back, right next to me, laughing his ass off the whole time?
Maybe it's a
Jeff Valdez.
Oh, yeah. He loves you.
He loved it, dude. Even though it was going south, he loved it.
What's he doing now?
He's gonna do another one. He's in February or March or something. They're gonna, for the next generation.
Maybe he called you Cavacho.
Cavacho's a white dude.
Maybe that's
just
what
a white guy.
You, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Give it up for this Cavacho.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do another show on the 31st?
Sure.
New Year's Eve.
But next week we won't be here on the 24th. Dead Air will be definitely dead. So and then I guess the next show will be the 31st of December. And that'll be New Year's Eve, believe it or not, 2020. Mm-hmm. So don't forget, I'm going to need your number and address and your pant size. So what's new? What's going on in 2020 for you cats? And don't let anybody. If you see a dog, don't let the dog lick you.
Well, I want to keep.
No, don't let your dog. Stay away from dogs. My God. What's going on with you?
I'm just going to keep trying to build up my podcast and my YouTube channel. Go there, Darren.
Tell us where we can find your podcast.
All right. Podcast is called Pocket Party, Darren Carter Pocket Party. I put out 90 episodes already, and Johnny was on a couple of weeks ago.
You're going to have me on.
I'm going to have you on. I'd love to have you on in 2020.
Can we
Ariel, come on. I got my
the
YouTube
baby
channel.
terrorist do it?
Yeah. Go to YouTube. I'm on there, Darren Carter. I'm always putting up videos every week. YouTube.
I have a Darren Carter pocket party.
That's right.
Flashlight.
Oh, gotta have the flashlight.
That's right. A special one it's engraved. It says
your
Oh,
merch?
really?
It
Are
has
you
my name
serious?
on it. Absolutely.
Let me see. Do you
Look at
sell
that.
these?
Yeah,
At your
look
shows?
at that. I give these away.
Are
Oh, you give them
serious?
away?
That's great, dude. What a perfect merch for
I
you.
got to give you one.
Yeah, I
Well,
love those
I mean,
things.
you're losing money though, right?
Well, I give it to special people, like
I
special supporters
see.
and friends. And,
But you know you could sell these, but
I
afterwards
was a little
for
disappointed
like
about
$5.
how. I mean, you could see it, but look, you could barely. It's
Oh,
engraved,
I didn't even
but
see. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's not.
You need reading
But
glasses?
it's cool, though. It's
Did you
special.
do you
I
need-
think I'm getting there, man.
That's what I use, reading glasses.
I don't want to do it though. I'm
I have to do
fighting it.
today.
No, you got to. You got to.
I have to go to the glasses place today.
You got to.
Are you
have 'em.
serious?
You get to the point where you got to have them. I went to work one day. I couldn't even get the damn combination on the locker open.
Yeah.
One day you can see, the next day you can't.
I had good eyes for so long, man.
Okay.
Do you want this? It's engraved.
engraved flashlight.
It's a gift. You don't want it? Sure. Oh, you know him, so you probably got him already. Is that it?
This is a good little. This is a
It's
good little.
good though, right?
Yeah. Let me see that again.
It says, look
I
what
mean,
it
look
says.
at the light on that.
It says Darren Carter, and it says Pocket Party
man.
Podcast.
I mean, it's
cool.
smart, man. I'm telling you, people would buy those though. For $5. What do they cost you? $5?
Yeah, they'd buy it like $5. You think?
I think people. No, they would say
like
10
$10.
$10.
Johnny,
$10.
tell us about the peacock of
Yeah.
peacock
I'm
of Eagle Rock. The peacock of Eagle Rock.
Who's that?
You were telling me, we were talking about it. It was a show. You did a pilot. The peacock of
I didn't do that. No, I wasn't in that. The peacock of Eagle Rock with George Lopez or somebody?
No.
With Al Madrigal?
No.
You're thinking of Al. I didn't do that.
Didn't you have a phone that you stole and you had to give it back and you wanted $20 for the phone? The peacock of Inglewood, Eagle Rock?
Eagle Rock? Yeah, I don't know what's going on right now.
Princess Corey?
Oh, that was the name of it. That's right. Oh, well, shit. When we shot it, it didn't have a title.
Well, I'm sorry then. I'm sorry.
It didn't. It was. She was putting it together at the time.
That was a bit of dead air, huh? That was a bit of dead air.
That was weird. That was very
Sorry,
weird.
I thought you knew what
Oh
you were
yeah,
in.
yeah. You're right.
Where is my phone? I don't know. I'm a student.
Oh, that's not me.
No, there you are. There you are. There you are.
Oh, I like how he denies he's in it. There you are, dude. You're all over this thing.
You asked me for it.
It's right here.
Oh my God, just give me my phone.
Give me my $50.
Ooh.
It's $20.
Yeah, you know what? I like what I see, so
Hey, you might.
I got a better idea.
You might be able to find.
No charge.
If you go to my.
Facebook.
I'm
That's
trying to
cool,
look
man.
for that amaretto. I think
Peacock
I might have
Eagle
amaretto on my.
How do you spell amaretto?
Don't ask me.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out
I
what.
remember this from a long time ago. You're wearing a big omelet.
Omelet
Yeah.
costume.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time. I remember
I think
that.
the suckers probably took it down. I thought I had some. Oh, go to Brian Holtzman Reel. That's it. Go to Brian Holtzman Reel. This is a tribute to Chewy Barbo, who we lost.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just saw it yesterday on the feedback.
I remember this.
Yeah, if we can just
I
go,
love Encino Man.
just keep going to
What's Brendan Fraser like?
keep going to. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, he was good in that too, man.
What's Brendan
That's right. What movie is
Barnhart.
That's Pauly Shore is dead.
Fraser like?
Yeah. Oh, I was the store clerk.
Right.
Yeah, the liquor store.
thing as the mafia, gay mafia. This is the master. Thank you.
Watch this. Watch this.
Jim?
There's Chewy Bravo. There he is.
Cell phone. It's none of your life is none of my goddamn business.
When he's in this omelet suit, he can just let it all out.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you fucking hear me now? You fucking give me that. Give me the phone. Get the fuck out of here. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Get the fuck out of here. Fucking. Now why don't you move
move on out of here.
Yeah, that
I've
was
heard about you
Amuleto.
guys.
So that's.
Do you still have that omelet suit? He's just trying
No, they wanted it back.
Oh man.
Where did he? There's Duncan Trussell.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about this one too.
Where did he go?
I saw him the other night.
They're gonna get fucked up. I got an orange belt. I placed 6th in the San Juan Capistrano Taekwondo Championship 2 years in a row. And I don't take shit. My girls don't take shit. None of us take shit. Not from some pervert taking photographs. That's what I think about Dusty. Ladies, shower time! Shower time!
How do you say your name?
What is this?
I'll call you back. How much longer is this going to take?
You got affected with dangerous virus, and your antivirus system was expired.
Listen, Habib, is that how you say it? How
no,
you say
my
it?
name is Pradeep.
Where are you from?
I'm from India.
Really?
Yes.
You miss your hometown?
Yes, I do.
You miss sleeping in the mud, huh? Do you have a formal alphabet? Because everything sounds the same.
Yes, it's
What was
same.
your mother's maiden name?
No, it's...
All right, just the computer. Just concentrate on the computer right now. Okay, Habib?
Yes, yes, I am.
Oh, this one.
Oh, look at this.
Well, this is how are we on time? We're about to wrap it up, huh? We can't go on too much longer. Did you have?
Hey, you didn't let me tell where they could find me.
Oh yeah, we're not done yet.
Oh,
we're about to. He's got to get some glasses. Did you have lunch yet?
Did I have what?
Lunch?
No.
Okay. So you were telling us about 2020.
2020
your podcast.
Yeah.
We'll get to you next, sir.
It's called the Pocket Party Podcast. 90 episodes, and I got a YouTube channel. I upload videos every week, and I like what REDBAN's been doing. He's been going into the vaults with the YouTube, man. It's great. It's really awesome.
Oh, he's amazing. He's amazing.
Yeah,
he's amazing. Mm-hmm. He's like a Sorbonne. You know, what do they call that? Fake person? You know, what do they call it? Sorbonne?
Sorbonne.
I'm getting ready to film my next special.
Like a robot, you know, what do they call it?
And then I'm going to...
Cyberbone?
Cyborg.
Cyborg.
Sorbonne.
And the good news is he's from the Midwest. He left to come out here with employment with Joe Rogan, and he loves California, don't you?
Hell yeah.
You got a new home now.
Especially being back home last week.
Yeah.
You've kind of, you live here all the time. You forget why you loved L.A. and like California. You just go to Ohio right now, or Pittsburgh right now. It's
like being in a meat freezer at Burger King.
Didn't see the sun for a week.
Oh. Damn.
Wow.
It's like living in an asshole. Yeah. So go ahead. Are you done producing, promoting yourself?
Yeah, you asked me, so I'm doing my next special. Yeah.
When are the hair plugs going to come in?
I've been paying. I go to this place at the swap meet. It's not doing very well. It's like the bootleg version.
I like you a lot. I really do. No, I like you.
You know what's weird, man? I thought he was from the 80s. He's young. He's from the 90s.
He's a millennium. He doesn't even know how to wipe his hands. I bet half the time
a falcon.
His hands. He's Iranian. He doesn't even wipe his ass. What am I talking about? Ice cream shop. It's a bomb factory. Tell us what it really is. It's a freaking bomb factory. All right, Johnny, plug yourself and your future. 2020's on the doorstep.
Well, I'm not really doing the YouTube stuff, but I'm on Johnny. I can find me on Johnny Sanchez Comic on social media wise. I do a podcast with Ruben Paul. You know Ruben Paul.
You two are so together.
Yeah, and it's called The Best of Everything. It's on all the platforms.
And what about the new booker at the Laugh Factory? Jack. His name is Jack.
Yeah, Jack.
We lost Jay Davis. Was doing a great job. The place was packed.
What happened this time? Can't they just keep somebody for a year?
What I heard is he stepped on somebody.
Almost made two.
Yeah.
He almost made two.
I heard he stepped on somebody's toes. In this business, you step on the wrong toes. One time I stepped on Joe Rogan's toe by accident in the hallway at the Comedy Store. He hasn't talked to me since. No, so what else?
That's it. That's good enough.
Now, where can I find you when nobody's watching? Tell us about yourself. You work at the Comedy Club in Hermosa Beach.
Yep.
How many years?
7 years.
Wow. So they like you then?
Yeah.
Is that your main place? You're always over there?
I'm there like half the week and then half the week with my dad.
How many hours over at the comedy club?
What do you mean? Wait, are you an employee?
Yeah, like
you
I'll
work
do
there?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday usually.
Or doing stand-up?
Oh no, just work there. In the
I
office
see.
there,
I gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
He's a dream maker, dude. He's a gatekeeper. You just
Yeah.
auditioned for him.
I hear ya.
Does your mom drop you off at work?
Yep.
Mary Berry.
And when she picks you up, does she ring the little ice cream bell?
No, you have a nice frame. You have a really nice frame.
Oh my god.
So the other thing was I'm doing an Instagram. I haven't done one since.
Thank God it's Tuesday.
I had some issues, technical difficulties. I hadn't done one. I was trying to do one every day. Some things came up that were unavoidable, and I'll get back to that.
Where's Nicole Tran? You ever find her?
We found her. I still have to translate the video. I have to go to a nail shop and talk to somebody there who speaks Vietnamese. That shouldn't be too difficult. And I'll get back on my Instagram. So I guess go to YouTube, the HOLTZMAN Zone, and you can see all the Instagram posts that I've done. Over almost 200. And you look at those until I get back on track, which will be.
Dude, that should be a special. You should take all the best ones and just string them together somehow.
Talk to the hand. And I think that's it. I think everybody's having. We won't see you next week. So
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
What do you celebrate over there in Iran? Are you Christian or what are you doing over there?
I mean, we do Christmas, but they don't really have Christmas.
So what are you, a Muslim?
I guess, yeah.
Dirty Muslim? All right.
Sleep in the mud.
All right. Thank you. Good night.
See you guys.
Happy holidays.